Good evening and welcome to Team Fortress TV for the last of the Week 1 officials for ETF2L Season 31, sponsored by Copenhagen Games and SCN Trading, where we are going to see Nunya face off against the German team of Wer das liest ist doof. I am joined by Degu on the camera and Stinson as my fellow caster. Stinson, how you doing?
Hello everybody, I'm doing great, and I'm expecting a really nail-biter here because we are casting two teams who have actually faced off in the preseason playoffs just prior to the season. It was a close game as well. 2 golden caps and 6-3 in total, so 2-1 maps in favor of Nunya that time. So yeah, I'm excited for some high-level close TF2, Samski.
Yeah, I think one thing that we must note straight away is the people that are missing for both teams tonight. So we've got Purskari, who's unable to play, so Samsi's going to be playing for him, and Clip is not playing, so we've got the Major himself, Josh, playing for the German team. I think most notably, Purskari not playing for Nunya is a big deal. Like when they played in the preseason playoffs, he absolutely farmed, especially on process. It was the main reason why they got to a golden cap, even though they lost it. So I think it's going to be a bit detrimental that he's not here tonight.
Yeah, Purskari also winning with 7, I believe, back in the days. So he's a Prem champion. He has been in the grand finals in another season. So yeah, here's a great scout, and especially facing off Stefan, previously known as Shocky. You definitely have to watch out for these German scouts here and see if the replacement for Purskari can actually, hold up with their opposition.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's quite a lot of hype around these upcoming talents on both teams, I guess. Unabled's been kind of, people were a bit, wondering why he was picked up, but he seems to be impressing so far, posting good numbers in their scrims and in their playoff games. And then you also have players like Opti and Nuthouse, Nuthouse has played in Prem but with Nunya before, but he really didn't get an opportunity to shine. I think this season's really going to be his opportunity to prove himself.
Yeah, I love that Albert gets a chance here this season because actually almost 2 years ago I ended up playing with him, I think Merking for his team or something, and afterwards I had a discussion with Hildwith, and we were about to make a project trying to get into Prem and pick him up, although he was only Div 2 at the time. So I thought I saw potential in there, and I'm really glad to be confirmed by someone putting the trust in him and picking up for this Prem season. And alongside Stefan, he can probably learn a lot from a veteran scout, but just by his side.
Absolutely. So we might as well run through these rosters while we have time. So do you want to take us through the German team, as you are a fellow German?
Yeah, sure. I'm trying to scrape off what's happening here. So I think we have Unabled and Stefan on scouts, as previously mentioned. We have Warrior and Demo, Fishkopf on Roamer, and Josh working for Clip, and the medic is Honey. So only really 3 Germans tonight on this team. So I'm struggling to call them the Germans, but I think I'm just gonna do that during the cast.
And then we have Nunya, who have got a similar roster to what they've had previously. They have Nuthouse on Scout. They've got Samsi marking Scout for them tonight in Purskari's place. We then have Fluo and Opti on the Soldiers, and then Lukas on the Demo and Corndog on the Medic. So both solid rosters, both have experience in Prem. Maybe the Germans have, a bit more depth of experience with Stefan, with Warrior, and even Honey to a lesser extent. He's played 3 or 4 seasons in Prem now, so he knows how to play this game, and he analyzes the game quite a lot. So there's a breadth of knowledge there.
Yeah, definitely, and I think it's a very important start for these two teams because coming in as qualifiers, you really don't want to lose your first game against a previous qualifier and set the tone for the season, right? If you lose this team, on paper, it's only gonna get harder from there. So you want to get a good start here into season 31, and kind of go from there. Maybe tackle a playoff spot for one of these teams.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that the main focus, even though these teams are so easily matched, they're going to be thinking, well, today's going to be the easiest points to pick up. And I think that both teams are not going to be aiming just to pick up one map. Both of them are going to be wanting to take those 6 points so that in the season, if they do come across some struggles, if they get an upset or two, that's just going to confirm that they retain their spot in Prem and then maybe even challenge playoffs. But I think their main focus tonight for both teams is going to be picking up all 6 points and like making a really strong start to the season. As we already saw that some teams like Feint, it was a close game against Aura, but maybe it was one that they could consider that they dropped points, like winning 5-1. So it's teams like that can drop 1 or 2 points that when it comes to playoffs, it could make all the difference when they count up those scores at the end of the season.
Yeah, definitely. And as we're about to get ready here with 12 players on the server, Samski, it's time for predictions. What do you think? What are we going to expect here? What is going to be the result approximately an hour from now?
I'm going to say Process is going to go to the German team quite convincingly. Just because Pursky's not here and their preseason playoff game, they lost it and it was a golden cap. And the only reason it went to a golden cap was because Pursky went so well. So I'm going to say the Germans are going to win this 6-0 in total, taking both maps. But the second map will be close.
I wish I could disagree. But I also was going to say 6-0 by the Germans. What we're going to see here as we go live with the last week 1 match here of ETF2L Season 31 powered by Copenhagen Games and STN.tf. Our first mid-fight here on CP Process, the first map of the evening. Take it away, Samski. What do you see?
As we do see, both MMNs are failing both of their rollouts, so both of them are going to be very slow. Wars are that much weaker. We're going to see quite a lot of aggression from both soldiers, I think, as both teams are just about to roll out. We see immediately Fluo taking control of the right crates. Fishkopf again going to bomb and try and take control. And now the high bomb comes in from Fishkopf. He's going to get focused down straight away. And a nice pipe from Lukash onto Stefan. There's picks going either way now as both teams have lost 2. And at the moment, both teams are just healing up. But the ground has been taken so much by Lukash here. Enabled goes down and it's going to be a run for last for War and Honey.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like initially fast mid, but then kind of slow developing. Fishkopf with a high bomb, he didn't really like get anything important. I think they just got a soldier pick off of that, and then Nunya got the high ground. And Germans did not get punished for kind of drawing back slowly, but now second is surely going to have position advantage here for the blue team as they're already pushing into a choke.
Yeah, I don't know why that Nunya was so passive on this push, but they all decided to stack the cap, and it's allowed the Germans to get control of second. And because Honey didn't go down, both teams have Ubers now, so it's just going to stalemate. Fishkov's gone very weak, but I don't think he's going to get picked off in the flank. As War does actually get picked off by a straight pipe from Lukash. A nice pipe there, and that should be the cue for them to slowly push this in. But Honey is one of those players who's want to take a trade here.
Yeah, crucial fadeaway pipe there. I think War was expecting his medic to play with him, but they're really taking their time here. Warrior is almost up again. Stefan is so low though, so nice spam here from the demo man. And the blue Uber is gonna get popped up. Honey is trying to make it as fast as he can, and he is gonna have the better Uber because Connor has to flash it a lot. And you know, this is not gonna give you a second take right away as Josh trying to get some more damage. He's getting caught out though, and a big bomb in from the soldier.
Oh my god, Nuthouse just went huge there. He just ran straight into the medic, just W straight into Honey, and now all that Nunya needs to do is just play really passive, just deal with Fishkov. That's a nice pipe from Lukash. Fishkov's going to go very weak, and at this moment, as long as he doesn't pressure the point, they can just ignore him. He's not going to do anything. Leave him, let him go to last, as Fluid actually just picks him off. That's a 4k onto that point, and there's a full ads now for Connor, essentially. He's going to have 50% ads, and they just need to build this and then take this slowly, probably going in right side and just try and delay the Uber as long as possible.
Yeah, if they go right side though, they're going to face a sentry gun. It's going to be up to level 2, maybe level 3 once they push in, and they're also running a heavy unable on the fat man. So they're kind of running a like heavy Highlander defense here as they're already pushing into lobby, trying to get the angle, and they do pop the Uber.
The Uber comes in straight away. They're going to focus that sentry straight away. There's no 6 on the point at the moment, and the heavy is going to get spammed down. Fishkov's going to jump onto Lukash and pick him off. And so far, this is a disastrous push. All the picks going away, but Honey gets picked up by Nuthouse. Fishkov also going down, but I don't think that is going to be a successful push. The heavy is still up. Nuthouse gets picked off, and it is just Opti alive. The medic did go down as some consolation, but other than that, it was a very unsuccessful push.
Yeah, weird push here. They forced the sentry gun, and it was pretty good, but then they kind of like all collapsed onto Honey and didn't get any fraggers, so there was a lot of damage up for the Germans and they cleaned up the house. But Lucas is already pushing in here, like without the heals of the other Germans. It's a risky play, but Honey is here to save lives and they are gonna get the second cap as Connor's getting caught out by War here. Nice trap there.
I was going to say, Lucas was doing so much damage there. He got all of the players so weak, but Honey came in time to save them, and then Corndog got picked off. Lucas will do well to back off here. They're all going to sack him for the med, but no one's going to get him. The only fatality is Fishkoff, and Stefan cleans house there. Just Lucas staying alive and Opti on the spawn. And that's a great turnaround from the German team, and they're going to be looking to get into second here before the spawners come up.
Yeah, they can push already forward. The 3 players are still down. Honey has a massive Uber advantage. They're trying to get this cap down without Honey popping his Uber, and they are going to do that. So now we're going to see last push of their own here, flipping the field, and let's see how they try to approach it. It looks like Warrior is calling for the push through 1 here, Samski.
Yeah, it's an unusual push, but they're going to see a lot of damage, but they're just going to pressure them back. So no picks as of yet, and they're going to try and play the point here. Sticks are detonated. Honey's trying to save his players here, but the sentry gun is still up. Honey goes down to a nice bomb from Opti, also picking up War, and the Heavy's going to pick up Josh, and this is, again, an unsuccessful push. I say unusual for a push through door 1 is because you don't see many teams now going through door 1. It's so easy to spam and force, and usually, as you said, you've got that sentry on right side, so if you get forced on the left hand side there, you're not going to be able to use the Uber to deal with the sentry, and as you saw there, the Heavy and the sentry were both up. They were able to clean this up, as we do see Fishcroft jumping in, as well as Josh. They don't want to give up this second point, they want to challenge it, but looks like Josh will go down. Nuthouse gets cleaned up behind, but Josh also trades.
Yeah, and that's a good trade for Nunya actually. Josh as a pocket and like as a strong caller here, just trading for a scout. I don't think you want to be in that position as a Germans, but you do have 2 scouts on middle, you do have the high ground, so there's not going to be much bombing going on, as both medics are trying to get their Uber as fast as they can, and it's fairly equal, so I don't expect a push here off of this advantage or disadvantage. No off classes either, so it's going to be a little bit of a stalemate here, Sam.
Yeah, what I like about these teams is both of them have no respect for one another. Like, you think of demos like Lukash and Warher, yeah? Both of them just have no respect for the enemy team. If they do damage, they're going to hold in. And you think about also, like, Josh, players like Honey and Corndog, they're, like, really aggressive players. They want to get in, so we're going to see a lot of team fights here. Not a lot of stalemates. As War actually goes down, Samsi going aggressive there. Opti's going to go down the flank, but that is a good pick for Nunya.
Yeah, it is a good pick, and I think Warrior just kind of tried to call the bluff there from Samski, but he was really smart about it, as another player gets caught out here on the flank, and the blue is coming in, rightfully so, because no demo man and the flank can't really do anything, but they do not really commit to this push at all. Now they're trying to collapse, but you know, not much damage has been done after this Uber change.
Josh is in a really strong position, gets a nice rocket. Oh my god, 2 massive directs down to Lukash. And the spawns have come back for the German team. Nuthouse is going to go down from a nice pipe from Warrior, and this is disastrous. That play from Josh there, just hiding in PC and picking off Lukash when they aggressed. And now they're 2 picks down, and they're going to be losing second here. Yeah.
Nice play here by the Germans. Getting 2 picks, capping second. Uber's still equal though. Yeah, I mean, we're gonna see if either team can make a successful last push here. It's been 7 minutes, no round cap, and you're starting to feel like maybe it's not gonna be like a very offensive game here where
oh my god!
Counts, but Warrior kind of just jumps in trying to get the medic, and he gets Connor actually. That was a big play.
That was a massive play from War. You just saw War just walking in, just decided to jump in. Fishcroft also assisted, got a nice rocket to damage him, and War picks off the medic with a pipe. So it's going to be full ad for Honey now. They can wait for Fishcroft to spawn. Corndog will spawn in time, so he will be able to give buffs to people, but it is going to be completely against non-Uber. The level 3 sentry is up, and there is a sniper in the form of Samsi. Let's see what they can do to hold this as the Uber gets forced really early.
Uber's getting first early, the sentry gun's down actually. Nuthouse is the first casualty of the engineer. They do pick up Opti as well, and Flu is trying massive damage, actually picks up Josh here. Collapse is trying to come in. Yeah, they do have the Desperation Heavy, that is Samsi. No focus on him just yet, but it's just too many players up, and the first round goes to where does liest is still 1 up.
Yeah, that was such bad timing because Nuthouse had just moved a sentry, so it wasn't even like completely up, so they didn't even need to focus it at all. It wasn't doing any damage. They could just shoot it with 3 pipes from War as soon as the sentry was rebuilding itself. And then you also saw obviously Nuthouse and Opti go down very early. Connor went for the hero swords there, but didn't get it as we do go into the second mid.
Yeah, Fishcraft with a fast rollout here into the enemy's PC, trying to secure that health pack. He hasn't actually gotten it yet, but he definitely denies it from the demo man, which you want to do. No scouts up top just yet. Both teams taking their time. Finally, Blue is taking one of the crates, but Stefan is just shutting him down there. A little bit of chip damage has been traded, but nothing really happening. Warrior is trying to post up on the point, just jumps in, gets a lot of damage onto the blue team. He gets taken down for his trouble though.
Oh my god, War just absolutely farmed there. We saw Josh getting picked off. Oh my god, nice rocket there from Fleur, and actually this is turning around maybe. Both 2 picks for both teams now, and Stefan's falling very weak. Both soldiers are just so passive, don't want to commit. Lucas gets picked off there by Stefan. Nice aggression there, and the German scouts should just link up with their medic now and just push out the enemy team, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They have to hold on to their Uber, and they're going to have to resort to going back to second tier.
You know, really even mid there, but at the end the Germans did a better job at playing with their medic. Opti was disconnected for most of the fight there at the end, and had to be forced out, so it was 4v3 on the mid, and then it was easy pickings. So mid fight secured here for the team that is leading 1 hour after 10 minutes, and Flu is trying to get chip damage on the Honey, but he gets taken down for his trouble. It's only one good rocket. Honey like dodges like a boss.
Yeah, and that was a very difficult position for Fleur because he bombed in really high and then Honey was like underneath him. It's very difficult to then get momentum going into Honey. So yeah. Oh, but they do get forced there. Massive pipe there from Lukash. Forces off the Uber very early and both players full weak. We're going to see some aggression here. Samsi's going to go and Honey's going to go down straight away from Samsi. They now need to just play around hills. Warrior is going to go down, but Unable is trying to go behind. Samsi focuses in though. It's going to be a massive 1v1 here, really important. Unable is going to go down, and massive pipe there from Lukash to pick off both soldiers.
Massive fight, but Connor just survives on like 10 HP or something. They tried to get him right away when Honey died, which was the right call to make, but he nicely surfs out of choke and just barely survives the splash damage. And there's still many people down for Germans, so you must think that the second cap is gonna go down as well. Warrior is trying to get a pick on the point, and there's always someone jumping in the sticky trap, so he gets one, which is nice, but it's not really gonna hold off the opposition here.
Lucas is having a really solid game right now, and I think it's important to note that, you know, I think it's especially on the second map, but, you know, on both maps, the Demo Man, like, 1v1, like, you know, inside battle is going to be really important, as we do actually see that Honey's switched to the crit streak, so it's going to be a defensive crit. The Uber is going to come out from Corndog. Sentry is in a really poor position here, should go down. Soldier's going to be aggressive onto Flu and to Lobby, and no one's playing the point at the moment. Lucas just going to get a bit of time, but we do see the heavy come out, and everyone's a bit spread out at the moment. Fishcroft goes down, Lucas goes down, and also
they're gonna get hit crits. So
oh no, the crits is going to come in now. It's laser beams are coming out. Opti is hiding around the corner. I don't know if they know them here. Actually, wow. And Opti goes down to a nice crit pipe there from War. Yeah, that crit streak kind of just, you know, kind of saved them right at the end there. Just meant that they had that little extra damage output.
I mean, it's a risky play, but it builds faster than the Uber, so you're gonna have a counter pop if they don't kill you right away. And like obviously, if you die, it's just useless. But I guess the difference is that now they're stuck on the crit streak, right? Like,
no, Honey actually picked up Corndog's Medigun, so or he just switched it. He's on Medigun right now, so
that's a heads-up play by him then.
So actually, and he has
impressed.
a slight add as well. So like Corndog's spawning later, but Corndog is in a very passive position, so I don't think anything's going to come off this. One thing to note is we haven't seen either team have any off classes like in the offensive capabilities. We've seen no sniper, which is, you know, renowned for process usually. Maybe that Purskari missing is like something that's hindering Nunya. Maybe they would have had a sniper by now to try and get some picks.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's the first game of the season. You kind of want to, you know, test the waters. You don't want to have like a sniper that it's becoming useless, because both of these teams have aggressive soldiers, and an aggressive soldier can really shut down your sniping attempt. As Samsi is gonna get caught out here, he's in the corner. Connor actually has to pop his Uber here. Nice force by War here, very heads up play. The red counter pop is coming in, and now Nunya is running for their lives, trying to collapse all the Germans, but Connor gets caught out. Nice work here by War here.
I don't usually like to call people out in casts, but that was just a terrible Uber. It was used so early, and Corndog ran through choke. He just got picked off by the stickies there, and there was no need to do that. Like, you've got so much time left. There's 17 minutes left. Opti picks off Honey though. Good pick off at the end there, but Corndog's are going to be done. And there's a back cap as well. That's going to drag some players back, but I think that this mid will go to the Germans in the end. But yeah. I don't understand why they went for that Uber trade. Like, they could have just sent a sack in, you know, played some time. I don't know what the rush is. They're only one round down.
Yeah, I'm not sure either what the play there was. But Yeah, well, they tried to get like a bomb out of sewer, I think, but they got cut out. Maybe they were just disjointed, I don't know. But yeah, mid cap goes down to Vedas liest doof, and Honey is on a slight disadvantage. I don't know if Conrad knows that. Probably should be, but I don't. You know, process mid is so big, and if you hold passively, it's really hard to kill like the enemy medic right away. So I'm not expecting them to go off of this advantage and maybe go for a sec, maybe go for an F class even. Yes.
I think they're going to go for it. Look at the Corn Dog's positioning. Lukash is already peeking and choke. They're going to go straight away with this.
Risky.
This is really risky, and also it's so easy for soldiers to bomb here. War's going to just spam some pipes, and Honey's on 99% with 20 HP, and because of that pipe, Honey's going to have to wrap around all the way to choke now, and that's given the opportunity. Opti, 2 massive rockets there onto Warrior and Stefan, and that push was surprisingly successful.
That was successful because Honey ate 130 damage right off the bat in the PC area, and they go on to this Warrior pick here. 6v4, the counter pop is coming in, but they just have to kite this and recollapse. I feel like I think the Germans have to get out of here.
Yeah, you saw that play there. Honey wanted to stay in, but Josh was already walking away. He knew that he couldn't take the fight there. And the Germans are going to do well to be able to hold this. Massive bomb there for Josh onto the medic. Does a lot of damage, and Fleur gets picked off. But oh my god, Opti picking off Honey once again. He is having a game of his life right now. Corn Dog is going to be doing well to get out here. He's dodging all of the spam from Josh, and Josh is actually going to leave him alone. He's going to have to deal with the players behind. Opti is doing massive plays right now, and he's going to 1v2 on the point. Nice help there from Nathouse, is going to shoot onto Josh. Opti eventually goes down to a rocket from Josh, but he's going to be so weak, he's not going to be able to fight second here.
This is such a messy and scrappy fight. Everybody's just like DMing 1v2s, 1v1, 1v2 skirmishes here. And in the end, nothing really happens. The second cap does not go down, although both teams looked like they had the opportunity to go for a play, as Josh is trying to go into choke, but he's getting denied nicely. But he is only expected for Fishcop, who actually picks up Lucas, but he plays with his life for it, and unable picks up Flu on the flank. So 4v4 here on the mid fight, Sam.
Yeah, Opti is like really playing well at the moment. I'm really impressed by him because he obviously hasn't played in Prem before as Soldier. So one of those players that, you know, is under the people's radars. As Stefan does go down, I think he's playing really well, and he's getting a lot of impact frags, which is the most important thing. Nathouse gets the force onto the medic, but Corndog pops straight away, so it's going to be a relatively even Uber, as both teams are really playing really stubborn here. They don't want to give up the second point, as it looks like Nunya are backing off a bit.
Yeah, they're backing off, but you know, you're getting 2 nice picks here on Fishkov and Josh. Opti pays with his life, but now Enable is gonna get out. Warrior is in such a bad position, and he's eating so much damage. He's gonna get taken down as well. 4 down for the Germans, and Lucas is actually calling for the push here. No one there to defend yet, only Honey and Stefan alive. This is surely gonna be the round here for Nunya.
Oh, Fishkov's trying to delay, but he is not gonna do anything. Yeah, you saw Honey there. He backed off into rollout straight away there and completely left 2 of his players, and because of that decision, because he didn't commit there, even if it was going to be a losing fight, they had no chance of holding last. So I don't know, maybe there's some kind of miscommunication there. War was staying in there, and so was Stefan, and both of them died because Honey left, as we do go into the third mid fight.
Yeah, we have to see both them women actually hitting their roll at this time. Fishkov, nice job denying that health pack once again. Chip damage has been traded, but he's gonna get taken out by the flank here of Nunya. And they caught him out on that play. Stefan just charges in though, gets Lucas down right away. It's still a 4v4 though, and the Germans don't have any position, just gonna get caught out, yeah. I think Honey made the right call according for getting back to second there rather early, and Josh maybe couldn't get back there. It's 4v3 for Nunya. They do take down the mid cap. It's 1 all in this map here, and then they peeking choke, but there's just a demo man denying them, and they decide to take it slow, Sam.
Yeah, I think Nunya have really got like a good eye on these mids. They just time that aggression so well, and the scouts completely destroyed the soldiers. Opti rolling out PC there. As you do see Samsi trying to get into war there. Nice pipe there to deny this German scout. And yeah, we saw Opti roll out PC there, completely denied that Fishkov, Roma trying to deny that space, and we're going to see a trade here actually. War going in really aggressive. Corndog now counter popping, and Stefan actually getting dropped from this. Or missing his jump as well. I think this is going to go really badly. Nunya just needs to be careful here. They just take it slowly, but just use this pick that they've got.
Yeah, I mean, Warrior is making plays that, you know, maybe old school kind of plays, but I'm not convinced quite yet if that pocket kind of demo role suits him well or suits his team well, as Fishkopf is actually taken really low here. Fluo on the flank is doing so much damage. Opti is trying to push into the wall here, so much damage going on, but actually the picks go in favor of the Germans.
Oh my god, War went so high and everyone went for air shots there, and so everyone on the German team just focused the players that were going for air shots instead of shooting at them. Samsi is going to get really weak here. He's going to pick off Josh, but he is going to go down for it, and it's just Lukash and Corndog, although they don't seem like they want to give this up. They don't have any form of ad, so I don't know why they're being so aggressive, but they have 2 picks, I'm guessing.
Yeah, both the moment are really greedy for this like chip away damage, and now the collapse from Nunya is kicking down, coming in there. Opti is in their enemy PC, but the blue Uber is gonna get popped up. Flashing going on for Honey. It's a terrible Uber in my opinion, and Unabit is already down. Warrior is surely gonna get caught up.
Oh, but look at this clean up here. Stefan picking off Fluo and Corndog, and he's gonna get Nuthouse as well. Massive play there from Stefan. Oh, a nice rocket there from Fishkopf. And I think Stefan's going to get the 4K. Amazing play there from the German scout. Really well played just to clean up, and that was a nice rocket from Fishkopf to knock down the scout really low.
And somehow Honey didn't take almost any damage in that fight. I'm not sure how he does it sometimes, but he was on full HP, although everybody just like kind of sucked into him and his players were down. But anyways, he has a full Uber advantage. He's at 90%, and the Germans are gonna make their way into lobby here, probably pushing in from the left-hand side as they do. Actually going for the right side here. Warrior jumps in, Sam.
Yeah, and Opti's gonna get picked off very early from the flank. They're gonna try and play the point here, and the sniper's actually gonna body shot enable down to 2 HP. But that's a lot of picks going down. Corndog goes out, Nuthouse and Lukash. Fluo picks off Josh, but it's not going to save them. Nice shot there, and Fishkopf is also going to go down, but it was inevitable. The Germans pick off the second round. It's now 2-1.
Yeah, that round was totally Stefan though. He was just nutty there on the 4K on mid. He's dishing out so much damage, as it is 2-1 here for the Germans. We go into our 4th mid fight of CP Pros. 9 minutes to go. Nunya versus Bertas Liest is doof. Sam, what are you seeing?
I've seen Lukash rolling out, and War's going to be pretty passive at the beginning of mids. He's taking a lot of damage, and we're going to see Fishkopf on the top of the hut, so it looks like he's going to try and do the high bomb again. He's taking a couple of rockets though, so he's probably going to take an arrow before bombing. As we do see the high bomb from Fishkopf, he's going to get a nice rocket onto Lukash, and he's going to go down. Konda gets launched so high, he's going to survive. He's so weak, he gets killed by the spam rocket. Oh my god, Konda goes down, and it's now just Fluo and Samsi, both of them in sewers. And that was a much more convincing mid from the Germans compared to last time.
Connor was so low after that like fall damage he took, only like at 2 HP, and it looked like he got out, but Splash Rocket just kills him right at the end. Yeah, Samski gets cleaned up behind, tried to go for a player, was just stuck behind them, I don't know, but Honey once again 100% Uber advantage. They do go for this risky push through one. Josh is in, he actually gets a pick on Connor right away. He could have been dropped, but no, there's no damage to get Josh cleaned up. And now they're playing the point unable. It's getting nice cap time here. No heals for the blue team, remember. They just have to play around Ronnie here. They do lose 2 players.
Oh my god, War gets picked off as well. They might do this, but Stefan's playing the beam like he should be. He's doing a lot of work, and Josh drops down there, picks off 2. Stefan picks off the last pick.
That looked like such a good push initially, but then it almost turned into disaster. But you know, they do manage to cap their 3rd round quite fast. Only 92nd round here for the Germans. Quite uncommon for this game so far. And we go into a 5th mid fight here. Warrior hitting his rollout, getting his health pack as well, denying the enemy demo man, Sam.
Yeah, that was very clinical, that last push, just at the end there, Josh picking off 2 important picks. As we do see a lot more aggression from Mopti, he's going to be bombing in, gets 1 rocket onto Honey, and Honey's going to fall down very weak. A nice follow-up from Fluo there, but during that time, Unabled has picked up both of the soldiers, so it's going to be heals for Nunya, but I think they're going to back off here, and watch out, we have Stefan. Oh no, he's going to back off. He was looking to go behind, as we do see Nuthouse also going down. Lukash is going to do well to be able to get his medic out here. Nice surf there from Corno to go on top of the point, but Lukash is going to go down, and the Germans are not giving this up. They're going to go full very weak, but Fishkopf is going to pick off Samsi before killing himself, and Stefan picks off Opti and Fluo.
What
Wow.
just happened? They
That
played
was crazy.
Mid, they played that mid basically without a medic, just nutting everybody. This was a straight up DM mid win from the Germans. I don't think I've ever seen that. Like getting your medic picked up right away out mid fight and you still win it at that level of play. But now obviously Kondak makes it out. Despite the aggression, Sam is leading the charge here through the choke point, and they're trying to get this back, hopefully without popping in their minds. As they're 2 rounds down, only 6 minutes to go, they have to get this mid fight. Fishcup is getting as much spam as he can, but he's gonna get taken down. And now the big bomb from Joss, he gets one good rocket, actually forces the Uber, which is crucial, because now they might have a chance of defending second. Samsi trying to chase, he gets picked up by a nice sticky trap for more.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, that mid fight was just the reason why they won it was because as soon as they got the med, yes, they had lost 2 soldiers, but the worst thing that you can do in that situation is just say, oh yeah, let's all group around each other. That's the right play. But then they just started backing off to choke, and once these, start backing off into choke, you're all taking the same amount of damage. And it looks like we're going to see the German team trying to go through Su here without using. Honey goes down to 100 HP, but he is going to be okay for now. And Nunya a lot more passive than what the Germans were when they entered into second. And now it looks like it's going to be a stalemate. But Honey drops to a sticky trap. Oh my god, where was that?
That was on choke. That was on the blue choke actually. He drops and the stickies should have been caught out surely by someone, but everybody just goes dying kind of off this play. Not sure really what happened there. I don't know where the sticky were exactly, but his corpse is right on choke. So midpoint is gonna go down in favor of Nunya. They don't stack the point. They're trying to deny the forward spawns here, but they don't. So curious play there. But
Stefan is on sniper. Let's see if he can hit anything. He's gonna get stickied off. That should be the end of it. Samsi goes down again to a sticky trap on the point. But I think the sticky trap was on the stairs of the middle point that Lukasz likes to put sticks there. As Fluro goes down to Stefan. Stefan doing so much work. He gets the Uber off as well, and he might be able to get out here. No, he doesn't. Gets picked off by a sticky from Lukasz, but they picked off 2 players there and got the Uber force, and looks like the Germans are going to want to contest this. Fishkopf bombs in. It's going to go very well. Honey gets picked off. Oh my god, Opti picks off Fishkopf as well. Gets 2 massive picks there. We're going to see Josh bombing in, but the damage is done. They just need to heal up here and gradually push the German team away. Josh is so weak as well.
There's were 2 calls I didn't agree with. First of all, Nunya had so much time to stick that forward spawn, and they actually had to force it because they didn't properly do it, and then the Germans decided to push out or hold the point, lose Honey immediately, which was, I don't know, like from my point of view, was really obvious, but they do try to dry push this here. They do get the sentry gun for free. No Uber here on Connor. They try to play the point here. Stefan is jumping onto it, and they do pay with the demo man's life. Honey is gonna take down though Fishcup. The facts are going into favor of Nunya. Only 2 up for the Germans. They're playing this so well, keeping the distance from the point, so the demo man can't stick it up. And the cap goes down in favor of Nunya. It's 2-3 from their point of view. 3 minutes to go. This could come down to the last second here, Samski.
Could it be 3-3 again, just like the preseason playoffs? That would be crazy to see. You can suddenly see the scouts for Nunya suddenly showing up. Like, they're really starting to hit their shots. We saw 2 picks there from Josh. As we do see Opti going to go very aggressive onto the demo. He's going to get knocked down, but Opti will go down. War was very, very weak there. That was a very aggressive bomb. But they are 1 pick down. They've got a lot of space now. But Fleur gets picked off, and that should be the mid-fight over. Lukasz is very weak as well. He's going to get picked up from Fishkopf, and that was not the mid-fight that Nunya needed.
That was not the mid-fight. I mean, you're kind of okay with losing your Roma that early, because the German team had to give up a lot of ground for that. But then you have to follow up as well. You have to kind of lock them down and choke, which they didn't. They do lose a second soldier, and then it was over at that point. Lucas was just, another casualty here, and the Germans now, with equal Ubers having control of that second point, they don't have to move anywhere. It's on Nunya to make a play. It's only 2 minutes to be able to flip the field here and force a golden cap, Sam.
Yeah, there's no need for the Germans to use Uber here. They just hold second. There's no threat whatsoever. If they use Uber into them, then it's just going to be a trade, and the trade comes out straight away. Actually, you're not waiting at all. Honey hasn't had to use a tool. He eventually uses, but Samsi's already gone down. Lukasz is going to be stuck behind as well. This is a terrible Uber. Corner goes down as well. This is looking disastrous. It looks like it's going to be 4-2, and we see Unable actually, they're stacking the cap, and that's going to be game, and that's going to be the first map, 4-2.
That is gonna be game, but I don't blame them for the call. You know, you can't play to not lose. You have to play to win. So you have to go and like throw that Hail Mary, which didn't work out for them here in that instance. But I think it was still the right thing to do. It's 4-2 in favor of Wer das liest doof. They're gonna win the first map here. Not gonna say it was expected, but you know they've won process against this team before, and as we go to garbage time here in the last 60 seconds of that game, Opti with a bomb onto, I'd say the combo, but Honey's being really passively here. Samsi goes down, Opti goes down for his troubles, and Fishcraft is in behind in the PC area. He's really low though, gets nice damage onto Flow. Warrior just kind of jumps in there having some fun, and that mid fight goes down into Jamin's server as well.
Lucas hitting some nice pipes at the end there, but yeah, that was just garbage time. We see Corndog still alive. He's going to be chased by the soldier. He's just doing round the rosies right now, and Josh is trying to headshot the soldier. But as we do go into this, looking into the second map at least, before we look at the logs of this map, do you think that this result is going to have any bearing on how Nunya are going to look forward to the second map, or do you think that they're going to lose their mental fortitude now?
I don't think so. You know, they've been one map down against this team before, just a week ago, a couple of weeks ago. So you know they came back from that, and Granary is a map that plays completely differently. So I don't expect them to lose their minds or anything. And you know, Granary is a soldier-centric map, and I think they've got great soldiers, so it's gonna be a whole different ball game from there.
Yep, as we do look into the logs, and I mean, as predicted, like we talked about him during the game, Stefan, 29-13, really showing up there. We also see Raw doing 27-19 as well, so good KD there. We see Lukash on the other side doing a lot of damage, but then not getting many frags, and the rest of the numbers from the team are just even. I would say Enabled has a bit of a disappointing game, and Fishkov, obviously, I mean, he really just was like sacking a lot of the time, so those sort of numbers are to be expected from a Roma on process when that he's playing that aggressively. But yeah, I mean, we said it during the game, Stefan just went off in that game. So also let's look at the just like the medic logs. We do see Honey having one more Uber, but other than that, you see one drop from Honey. That was from the sticky trap from Lukash. But otherwise, the hills are around the same. We see both Demomans taking a lot of the hills. Lukash taking a little bit more, and we see Samsi and Fluo like Unabled and Major taking hills. But it was a pretty even game up to the end there, where I think that last round was completely just decided on the fact that they knew they needed to push. So in my eyes, it was almost like a 3-2 victory. But yeah, really strong performance from War and Stefan.
Yeah, definitely the veterans showing up here, and you know, I guess in the end, experience does matter. Lucas with the sick damage, but you know, Shocky just being, Stefan, I'm sorry, just being able to clean up these frags. But you know, that is in the past. We are moving on to the second map here, which is CP Granary, a map that is much disliked by many people, and I wouldn't count myself out of that because you know, it's a lot of chokes, a lot of tubes, and then you have this mid fight where you can't do anything as a medic, and you just hope and pray that you don't get picked up right away.
I think that both medics' playstyles, that they're really aggressive, really suit both these teams on these mid fights, because both medics don't really care about their lives that much on these teams. So I think that we're going to see a lot of aggression in these mid fights. I think that what's really key, like going into this game, the only hope that you can say for Nunya is that Fishkov had a really poor game. Like, even though he was being really aggressive, he had a really poor game statistically. Whereas both the soldiers on Nunya like got a lot of important picks, especially Opti. Even though his stats might not be, you know, mind-boggling, he got a lot of important picks, a lot of med frags. So I think that that's something that's going to be really important for these mid fights. Is that we want to watch Opti and we want to see Fluo like linking up to one another and making sure that they get those important picks so that Lukas and the pocket kit scout of Samsi can walk across the point and clean up.
Yeah, oftentimes it comes down to who has the better soldier bomb on this fight, because it's just there's no skybox on this mid fight, and there's so many angles where you can jump from. There's so many high grounds. Yes, I totally agree with that. I've watched Warrior. I watched Warrior stream with the for the warm-up scrim they did on Granary against Swift. I actually won that, so they definitely know how to play this map. And one thing I noticed is they didn't stop. A lot of times Granary can be really stalematey because it's hard to get, especially between second and mid fights, it's hard to get the force off, it's hard to find an angle to make a play. But what they did is they didn't even care, they just walked forward at people. Sometimes it worked and sometimes it didn't, but I don't think it's going to be like a boring game by any means. If you watch that Feint game from weekend, there was oftentimes 10 minutes where there was nothing that was happening on screen.
Yeah, I think that's just the playstyle of the teams. Like Feint's notorious. Like, having played with them last season, I can tell you that they like to slow down the game. They like to just play off, the Kunu sniper, the sacks from callback now. So then they're going to be very passive. And obviously, having Seeds on that team as well, he's used to a very slow playstyle from Seven as well. So I think that's just the way that teams play. And Aura Electro scrim Seven a lot as well. So again, they have quite a slow playstyle. But whereas these teams, as we mentioned before, like before the game and during the game as well, both of them don't want to stop. They have no respect for one another, and they just want to, fight to the end. And we saw so many times in those fights there that it will literally come down to one player or two players left to cap off the point, and then teams contesting the point straight away again. So as we do go get the 90-second advice from Degu, so predictions, Stinson. Do you think that this is going to be an upset, or do you think it's going to be a close game but the same result?
Yeah, I'm sticking to my prediction. I think the Germans are going to take it in the end, and there's nothing. Obviously they did make mistakes in last map at some points, but there's nothing that really convinced me that they will lose this game here on Granary. I think it's going to be an offensive game, so I'm going to say 5-2, 5-3, that kind of thing. I'm not expecting any delays here. I don't think these teams will. Will slow it down by any means, and I hope really for our sake that they don't, because Granary can be a pain in the butt to cast if they do.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. Unless we see an outlandish performance from either one of the scouts of Nunya, I think that Stefan's hitting his shots, and even though Enable didn't really have a massive statistic game, he got 17 assists. As we do go into this game, he got a lot of frags and assists, so he was just playing for his team. As we do go live, oh no, it was just a sound cue. I guess we didn't go live there. We are going live now.
It is map 2, Nunya versus Das Liest is doof. ETF2L Season 31, powered by Copenhagen Games at stn.tf. Week 1. First mid fight here. Lukas is trying to get into mid, which is really awkward as a demo man on this map, but never mind, Samski, take it away.
As we do see both demomans are rolling up on top. Nice sticky there from War onto the demo straight away. And Lukas is going to get pressured really hard there, and actually he's going to get picked up. And that's going to be a terrible start to the mid. Demoman is so important. Fluo's going to go down there. Nice bomb there from Josh, and Connor is doing so well to dodge, but Stefan comes and cleans him up. Opti is going to push off Fishkoff, but Honey is surviving. That is the key thing. It's so hard for medics to survive on Granary, and Honey did it. And they only lost both their soldiers, so really convincing mid there from the German team.
Was a huge bomb from Fishkoff, and like I said, there's no skybacks on this mid. I don't think Honey didn't even see him. Connor did see him coming here. In the end, there was 2 scouts trying to pick up Honey, which could have worked, but real nice play here from Stefan and Warrior, denying those scouts and preserving the Uber advantage. Now they're finding themselves pinned on the last point here. Nunya is, and the Germans surely are going to push in soon here, Sam.
Yeah, we see Samsi on the sniper on the right side spawn. He might be the only saving grace, but he's not scoped up at the moment. He's looking at the soldier now. Nice flick there onto the head of Josh. The Uber does come out. They're going to push them away from the point, but the soldier's uncontested from the pot. Opti is going to go down to Fishkoff, and actually that was really well played. They just pushed them off the point and focused the cap straight away. Opti got cleaned up on the pipe above the point, and once he was cleaned up, there was just no damage onto the point there whatsoever.
Yeah, with this recent random reversion, you have the point right on the middle of the last point, which makes it, like, you know, a lot easier to actually play the point. I thought the entry frag on Josh was really nice, and it could have been a disaster, but they played it well, and after just 2 minutes, is 1-0 for better CC stuff. You're going to second mid.
Oh my god, massive sticky there from War again. Lukash is so weak, he's gonna get cleaned up again. If Stefan turns around, he's gonna get Lukash. He's gonna get bombed anyway. Stefan's gonna pick up Nighthouse, and Fishkoff is gonna get Lukash in trade. The picks are going left, right, and center, and both medics are so weak. Honey down to 11 HP, but the scout is gonna
Samski
lose
wins
the
the
1v1.
1v1 versus Unable, though. He's gonna chase Honey.
Oh, what is Honey's doing? What is Honey doing?
Escape.
Oh, he's waiting for Josh. Josh is behind. This is clever. He's now going to link onto mid, and Samsi is nowhere to be seen. Where is Samsi gone?
I think Samsi thinks that Honey backed off here, but he's just posting up on the mid, and Flu is there's nothing he can do against like a 300 HP soldier. It's kind of an awkward situation.
Oh my god. Samsi was hiding behind 2-shot Stefan as he comes through the shutter, and he's going to go into the demo man now. Is he going to pick off War as well? Oh my god, massive play there from Samsi. He's going to get 2 picks there, and because of that, the Jums have to give up mid, and this should be the entrance for Nunya. They weren't even
drops the
testing
question mark in chat, so the VM is on here. A huge play from Samsi anyways, as the Germans are making an attempt here on the mid fight, but I'm not sure if that's so wise. Nunya is not committing though. They do eat a lot of spam, and despite Samsi's big plays, the first mid, or the mid cap here, is going down for the Germans.
Well, Honey didn't die in that entire time, so he still had Uber, so I think that's why they were so passive, even though Samsi was getting those 2 massive picks there. As we do see Josh pushing in here, Fluo is going to crater, and they're still holding onto this Uber at the moment. Or does drop very low, but they're going to be looking to take this into seconds.
Uber's up though. The red Uber is really pushed really early here, really forced. Well, I can't talk anymore, but anyways, there's a blue demo man Uber on the point. Warrior is trying to get some stickies around the corner here. Josh goes down, which is not a good sign here. The flank is weak right now, which they collapse on. Fish Cup goes down. Nice work here by 2 scouts, just rushing everybody.
Oh, this is so messy. There's fights going everywhere around the map now. But we are going to hopefully see a stalemate. No, Lukash wants to push through onto middle here. He's going to be trying to peek through, but War's got the height advantage here. Stefan's going to be the aggressor into Garage, and it looks like... Are they going to back off? I think they're going to stalemate it onto second and mid. I say that, and they're probably going to push in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, I don't trust these words at all. As Warrior's already trying to get some spam, or is he just setting up a sticky trap? I'm not sure what this madman is thinking. I don't think he knows how to settle down at all. And but yeah, Josh is getting some nice spam rockets actually, and there's a bomb from Fish Cup, but he gets denied nicely. Connor is on 80 HP. He dodges the rollers of Warrior, so nothing's happening there. And now let's see if they move off this 1-man advantage.
I would be surprised, but you know, they've done a lot of silly things this game, so they look like they were trying to push through choke, but you know, the soldiers are holding it, holding the angles. And you see War, he's got stickies onto the main door, so that's gonna stop that push. Do we see any off classes? Nope. Fishkoff didn't decide to off class or let someone in, so it's going to be cookie clutter for now. Let's see if the teams take a trade, as War looks like he's going to be getting aggressive here, but Lukash does have a sticky trap above the door, sorry.
Actually, Josh is in way deep trying to pick off a flank and the scout. He gets taken down, but War is gonna support him here, and he might get taken out here. Nice job by Nuthouse. Just getting the 3 shots on him. Honey didn't really want to be there, so he lost his...
Flu actually jumped onto Honey, and Honey was down to 20 HP. That's why he had to back off, and War just didn't back off whatsoever. As we see, Unabled, he's going to go straight onto the medic here, try and get the force. Corndog actually does well to hide around the corner, and he's going to pop a lot later. But there was a flash down there. Unabled is going to get picked off, and that was the right idea there from Honey and Enabled, but Corndog got round that corner just in time and managed to hold off, so had a much better Uber there.
It was a high risk, high reward play, but you know, the nature of those plays is that you get punished for it if they don't work. as they're pushing into through the garage here. They're taking a lot of spam. Lucas is trying to edge out Josh, who is really low. He might crater. He actually does crater. Nice job here, and a huge skybox jump.
Oh my god! Oh, how does Fluo still get a pick there? He did not deserve to get War. There was a pre-fire pipe. He goes so high and he still picks off War. Oh my god, an Opti that destroys Unabled as well. Unabled trying to push Opti on the flank. A nice air shot there from the French roaming soldier. Sorry, this is massive plays here right now from both the soldiers of Nunya.
That's fine, just keep going, dude. That's just the nature of Granary. Like, if you look at the log, there's gonna be a lot of air shots after this game. As Nunya is trying to edge out this point, Samski gets taken out really low though, so he has to back down. Both medics on 100% Uber. Let's see if they do make a rotation through Lunchbox here, which I really like to do just to try to get off, catch off a guy here. But it seems to be a slower approach.
Yeah, let's see what they're gonna. Actually, they're gonna take a trade with Samsi here, and he's just gonna run in, try and do as much damage as possible before running his medic out. Corndog should be able to get out here fine, and there is a sticky trap above the wall. So if War tried to get aggressive here, Fluo is actually gonna go down there to War. And Fluo, oh my god, what's going on here? Samsi gets picked up by the Major himself, and Opti's hiding now. He's gonna be bombing around the corner, gets a nice rocket onto Honey. Honey's gonna go down. Massive play there from Opti, and now Nunya need to back the way off. They need to give up this midpoint if so be it. Samsi and Flu are spawning in 1 second, and they need to be cautious of the flank from the Major, who is hiding on the left-hand side at the moment.
That was impeccable timing by Opti there. He did not know the medic was coming around that corner. He just trying to anticipate it. But Nunya actually tries to contest this point here. Big jump here in by Fishkop, but he only managed to pick up Nuthouse, who is tanking for Connor. So the sack play from the Germans is in vain, and Fishkop really upset in chat. But the second cap is gonna go down here for Nunya surely, and let's see how they approach the last point.
Yeah, I mean, Fishkop's getting upset because Connor was walking up ramp instead of going through the main door, but he got called by Nuthouse. I thought he was not going to be spotted by then, but Nuthouse called him. And we do see full ad for Nunya right now. They're going to be taking out top, I think. Lukash is about to run in. They're going to focus down this Heavy straight away. Heavy's going to go down very weak, but he's actually not going to go down. He's getting arrowed from Honey there. Stefan eventually gets picked up, but Fishkop got on the flank there. War's going to go down very low, and there's going to be capture on the point. They're all stacking the point, and they're going to get it. Juggled, enabled as he tried to deny the point, and that's going to be 1-1. Really good comeback there from Nunya there. Really solid round.
Yeah, solid round overall, and you know, I said it before, but I really like the change to last point where you can just play the point, and it leads to, you know, the attacking team actually having a chance to do something here on the offense. As we go to our third mid, it is 1-1. But Vedas least doof against Nunya. Both Demomen already arriving on the mid fight here, just trading damage here. Lucas actually taking down quite well. Stefan has to go back though. He's actually gonna get collapsed on a high jump here by Opti onto Honey. He gets Stefan, who tanks for his medic. Honey's so low though, he almost craters. Another rocket will finish him off. And
nice.
It does.
That was really well played from the soldiers, but Corndog's actually very low. War's gonna bomb in. He's gonna get Connor's going to get taken down by a rocket, and Luke's also going to go down. War's going to go down, but that was a nice distraction play. The soldiers picking off there, and now it's just the two scouts versus, and there's actually a soldier behind. He's going to be spamming the rocket down. Nuthouse is going to pick him off, but he's gone very weak, and now it's just going to be a 1 versus 2. Let's see what Nuthouse can do. Samsi's actually coming from up top now, and Unabled's actually going to go down. How are they turning this around? Oh my god, the two scouts cleaning house there. I thought the Germans for sure had that.
Yeah, and that was like just a nice play here. He got the health pack, and he took down a scout, and then a nice focus fire from both scouts here. Samsi on top, so they did have the position advantage. And Samsi is hiding here in the right yard, just waiting for someone to step up. Is it gonna be another two-shot? But you know, he's gonna have to get someone in front who is not buff. In his mind, it should be the medic, but it doesn't look like the Germans are gonna take the bait, and they just give up yard here.
Yeah, the only problem is and Honey knows that they've got advantage there. Corndog's gonna do well. He's surfing so well. He's gonna get eventually picked up by a sticky, but the hills are pretty good on the Nunya team. They should aggress here. Opti is gonna go in for the medic, but not pick off anyone, and that's 3 picks down. Lukash is going to jump in. Josh does go down, but this doesn't look like Honey is in danger whatsoever. He has taken no damage, and Lukash is left with 67 HP. Really solid hold there, and really good Uber counting there from Honey as well. Like, he knew that they had about 20 out there, completely dominated onto there. Lucas is going to get picked off by Stefan, and good turnaround there from the German team.
Yeah, I agree. Heads up play by Honey, but also I question Nunya's decision to be in yard in the first place. You know, you surely are aware that there's a disadvantage, and you can lock down this mid really easily with spam on the entrances. But I guess they didn't want to wait for it. But now Flu is in. Actually getting picked off Samsi as well by the sticky trap. Nice work here by the bombing players from the Germans. Uber is ready for Honey as well. Second cap is going down for free. 2 down. They will not lose any time here, Samski. They're already in last.
Yeah, this is going to be a real struggle here. A lot of caps on going to the point. Honey is going to use his Uber. He's going to be flashing everyone. Opti does go down. Lukas also going to get picked off, and that's corner down, and that should be the last push. Yeah.
Nice work here by Vedas. Like, they just snowball that mistake from their own yard into the enemy's last in terms of, I don't know, what, 30-40 seconds? So 2-1 for the Germans here. The fourth mid fight is on its way, and it is an uphill battle from here. Nunya has to win this map in order to get any points off. They lost, remember, they lost the first map 4-2, and both demo men arrived at the mid fights.
This is the first mid that War hasn't hit Lucas with a sticky. It's the first mid that Lucas is going to be semi-healthy. I say that and Stefan goes straight onto him. He's going to get cleaned up, but Lucas does go down from the sniping sticky. The Major picks off Samsi as well, and so much aggression here.
Shot by Octi
oh my
Honey though. Really well played. I'm sorry to cut you off there, but you know, both German soldiers, or both German soldiers for DCS tried to bomb the... What just happened?
Oh my god.
Warrior just nodded on Opti and killed himself. I guess that happens, but what I was gonna say is that both red soldiers jumped the balcony there, and there was only Stefan. You know, there's no like highly valuable target, and so Opti jumped in and just air shot Honey and picked him up. So Connor with 100% Uber advantage.
Oh, I'm so annoyed that I missed that. And it's fine, you can interrupt me all you want if you see a massive play there. But yeah, we saw like so much aggression there from the Germans, and it looked like it was going so well. And then suddenly, bam, Fluo and Opti pick off 1 pick each. A massive air shot there from Opti, and the Germans are going to be holding their last. And Honey's building this pretty well, and Nunya are taking this really slowly. And I think that Honey is going to get Uber for last.
Yeah, they surely will. So much damage actually going on to the blue team. Not trying to commit at all, but they're gonna edge it down eventually. No player in behind, so yeah. Blue actually gets taken out by a sticky trap trying to get some spam, and we may maybe see our first up class here.
We see Fishkoff trying to sack in there, but gets completely denied by Samsi. I don't think the Germans are going anywhere anytime soon. They've got the heavy on last, they've got the NG. They've got no offensive off classes right now, so they're perfectly happy to sit on last and wait for Nunya to take a bad trade.
Oh.
Samsi's going to get destroyed there, and actually he's going to get the force out. Honey does counter pop, but Samsi's done nothing with this Uber, and War's trying to sticky off Corndog. He's going to go down very weak, but looks like it's just going to stalemate back on to second and last.
All this did is that Flu was able to get into last as a spy, but I think he bombed somebody because everybody suddenly is shooting around like a madman. So I think they pushed into last.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he gets taken out by the pyro. Nice play by Josh there, but I think they pushed into last to get Flu in, but then he bumped somebody, everybody was suddenly on alert mode. So, you know, that was doomed from the start there.
Yeah, that was... I mean, I didn't see him, but then he decloaks and he just face stabs a heavy looking at him with a pyro next to him. That was never going to work out for Fluo. So we do see Lukas just trying to get some aggression, gets 2 nice pipes onto War, but isn't going to get him off, unfortunately. Both teams are very aggressive, wanting to control this shutter and get a lot of damage in. Samsi actually gets 2 piped by War, and that's going to annoy the German scout there. Fluo also dropping very rare. Lucas actually going to get destroyed by Fishkoff, and Major picks off Opti as well. Oh my god, what is happening here? How did they suddenly bust that?
I don't think he accounted for the shotgun damage of Josh here. I mean, if you play against Josh, you have to account for the shotgun. He's not your modern type pocket soldier at all. So yeah, nice picks here, and Warrior and Samski have been, going at each other the whole map, trying to 1v1 each other in choke points. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse, but this time Warrior got the better of him. And it's gonna be a battle for second here, as the Germans are holding it currently, but Nunya has to move because it's 13 minutes and they're 1-2 down here. But they don't want to, run into the risk of snowballing all the way back to their last, so they're gonna take a methodic approach here. They're trying to flood the flank here in Lunchbox.
Yeah, and Abel's actually on sniper at the moment as well, and he's looking the complete wrong way. Fleur is going to go down to Fishkoff there, and that should be the end of the push. Josh is actually going to be stuck there, and he's going to get 1v1 by Samzi. He's going to get destroyed. Nice arrow there from Honey to keep the pocket healthy. And Abel's actually still staying on this sniper. They're going to try and get aggressive into Yard. Opti's going to go down, bang, headshot. He's down, and that should be Yard for the taking there. And actually, they'll do well to be able to hold on to mid there. They've got 2 picks at the moment. Opti's not up for another 5 seconds as well. They can definitely get Unable to hit into an aggressive position.
Yeah, sure. Like bang headshot right into your knee. And I mean, the thing is, if the pick was nice, but if you had not have a sniper, wouldn't you have been already in that midpoint? So I'm not sure, like the sniper's nice on last, but on Granary it can be really awkward to find the angles once there's a stalemate. As Flu is trying to jump in here, it's getting denied by a scout and I think by a body shot from Unable. Right away he gets out though, so no pick here for the German team. And yeah, it's a nice little stalemate, but I think, Beta Station Stove doesn't really mind it because they're in the lead.
Unable's actually got a really nice angle here. He might be able to pick off the medic if he goes aggressive in Garage. So let's see if he's able to do anything. At the moment, I think the plan of the Germans here is that if they run a sniper, it's just going to stalemate. It's going to slow it down a lot more. Actually seeing Fleur trying to get aggressive on the flank, but he's going to get picked off. We also see Opti coming in as well. He's going to get cleaned up. And yeah, this is when, having a sniper, it's good for picks. But if they've got 2 picks here, it's just another class that can take damage. And you might need to flash in Nuba because they're not going to be able to run away compared to a scout. And we do see it in exchange here. Nuthouse is actually going to pick off the Major. But while this is going on, the exchange has happened. Corndog's backed off all the way. Lucas is going to get picked off by a nice pipe there. And Stefan's going to pick off Nuthouse. At the moment, it's just Samzi that's in. Nice headshot there from Unenabled onto Corndog. And they just need to keep their medic alive there. Samzi picks off Fishkoff. And actually, the aggression's coming in really strong here. Opti is going to get cleaned up. He got a nice rocket onto Honey. Honey down to 60 HP, but Stefan cleans house once again. Stefan's having a really good game this map as well, and Warher spawn camping, tries to get a nice pipe onto Nuthouse, but Nuthouse should be able to clean up Warher. He does go down.
Yeah, I mean, I was gonna make a point about how this is the weakness of the sniper, but I have just totally nutted Conduct here on mid, but actually goes down now. And they do bleed a lot of players. Stefan goes down. Honey is running for his life. He connects with Fishkoff though, but there's a scout on the chase, which is Nuthouse. He takes so much damage and
oh my god! Oh my god!
With the roller, and the Major gets taken out by a sick error.
Oh my god! Corndog literally arrowed the Major, and then Lucas just walked past his dying corpse with an arrow in him, pipes the medic, and wow, what a turnaround there! That was crazy.
It surely was. I thought the Germans had the second down, but actually now there's Unable in the forward spawn. He gets a body shot onto Nuthouse. They know he is there now, so they will try to work on the left-hand side here. Connor is nowhere near his side.
Yeah, but most people would expect the sniper to go back now, so they might not expect it. And Unable could do something really, really smart, but also something really stupid. He might just drop down and wait for the person to... And he picks up Opti rolling out as well! Oh my god, he's completely just denying this flank from pushing. And if he drops out of spawn now... actually, the Uber comes out. They haven't even capped second here. And Lucas is going to bomb straight into last. Drops down very low. And I don't know why that Uber got used there. Fluid gets picked off and Fishkoff is getting dropped down. Samzi's going to pick off Fishkoff, but that was a really strange decision to Uber there.
That was really strange, but I think I know why. Because they did get the Warrior pick and they took a lot of damage. And they kind of expected their flank to push after. But there was still a sniper in forward spawn, so that didn't happen. And in the end, it looked like a really awkward Uber trade. But the Germans do have a sentry gun on last, so... I was gonna say I don't expect them to push out, but they do, right as I say that.
Yeah, they just want to get control of second here. They still got ads as well. Honey's probably going to want to take this through Z and try and take that aggression. Or are they going to look to hold this? Actually, it looks like Honey's happy to be holding this. There's 9 minutes left on the board. It's only 1 round, so it is perfectly doable for Nunya still to get back into this game. As if you wipe a team on Granary mid, it's very easy to roll it onto last. I think we do see the Contra out of Fleur as well. So maybe look to see a trade here where Fleur will build this Contra, take a trade, and then repush with the Conch, so that maybe that's an option for Nunya. As you do actually see the level 3 sentry is actually really far forward, so a trade here would be disastrous actually. Stefan, just bring the sentry forward, so you know there's actually nothing wrong with that. If he gets pressured, he can take it back to last, but otherwise he can just deny the point with it.
This is such a German play to do, actually. I'm not gonna lie. He's like, oh my god, Samsi actually falls down to the sentry gun by a spam rocket, finish him off. I'm not sure if I have time to say that story because they have a sack here by Fishkov onto the medic. He gets one nice rocket, but Connor doesn't take any more damage, so it's a 5v5. But there's still a sentry gun on second, so they do get into lunchbox right now with their heals. They have been caught out. The sentry gun is right there, and the stick is off wall here. Sentry gun goes down right away. Lucas actually pays for his life though. That he gets dropped from the Zuber.
Actually, yeah, they didn't use Uber there, so Kondog did well to just survive there. And actually, the force comes out of Honey there. Kondog also uses, and Nuthouse is actually going to get picked off there. Opti getting picked off on the flank here as well. And Lucas is only just rolling out, so there's only 3 players here for Nunya on the left-hand side, and looks like the Germans are going to be able to push out of left side yard.
If they're quick, they're going to have a 6v4 mid fight here. And
the conch has been popped though. Let's see if there's going to be some aggression here.
He's holding on to it in this garage area, but they did hear the blow. I think the Germans did, so they didn't really go into it.
They're flooding through. Josh is going to go down very weak straight away, and immediately you just see the fear here. War's actually going to be cut out by Z. He'll do well to get out here. He does fall very weak, but they should be able to get onto the point here. The conch is now over, but they've managed to force the Germans back. Josh is completely out as well, and you know, there's that fear factor there. They're only 1 round up, and actually Lucas is looking to come in straight away. We do see the heavy out from Stefan, and the Uber's going to come out from Honey straight away. Both teams exchanging here, and the heavy is actually uncontested on the point. He's going to pick off Opti, and this looks like a disastrous push for Nunya.
Well, it's not that disastrous because they only use 1 guy right now, but Josh is trying to push in some more. Actually, both soldiers on the high ground, trying to get some damage on the second. But looks like things are gonna settle down a little here. The conch push, I'm not so sure how much of it, as you said, is that it's actually the conch, and how much of it is the fear of, you know, someone having an advantage with that bot. So actually, Hanaibut gets a nice headshot here, as I say that on Nuthouse. Let's see if Nuthouse opts to take an off-class himself to try to break down this defense. There's a sentry gun and a sniper on the side of Where Das Liest Doof.
I'm really impressed by the unabled sniper. I didn't know he could snipe, and like he's not been doing any flashy plays, but he's been getting picks, and you know, he got that key pick on Kondog earlier on the mids when they pushed into mid. So you know he's doing his job, yeah, he's just being a nuisance.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good player, like I said. But you know, I haven't seen him snipe in a long time. Yeah, and especially on Granary, it can be tough, but he's definitely hitting his shots. I did not like when he pushed out like onto the midpoint as a sniper, but I guess he didn't really backspawn. Everybody, or like the offensive team here, is on the cookie cutter lineup, which is surprising for me because it's really hard to break it down. But they do opt to just push it here on the right hand defensive side. They've spammed the sentry gun, but the red Uber has not been popped at all. Warrior might go down though. Nice force by Samsi. Heads up play from him, recognizing that there is someone to shoot.
Oh my god, Lukash, nice 2-pipe there onto wall. And actually, that was a really, really bad repush there. Opti's going to get a lot of damage, but Honey goes down as well. Nuthouse, they're all collapsing onto the point. How has this happened? Oh my god. I think War and Honey just overextended way too far there with that Uber, and Lucas just cut them off. Double piped War, and Opti got a pick on the flank as well, and they flooded into last and got that point.
Yeah, I think they got baited by the like good Uber, or quote unquote good Uber, and then they forgot that second is still like close quarters and they could get caught out really easily. So they tie it up, the game, Nunya do, and it's our 5th mid. It's 2-all here on the 5th mid, and Warrior and Nuthouse kind of like trading damage. Warrior solo actually gets taken down by a nice bomb. Opti is so high, Josh already going on to Connor. He gets
Oh,
one rocket
Nunya
off.
turn this around. They're farming this. This is terrible. Unable's going to go down as well. Stefan, sorry, is going to go down as well. And it's just Enabled and Honey left. Fleur is going to be bombing in, and Unable's going to do well to be able to survive here. It's just going to be Honey. And most importantly, if Honey doesn't survive with a play, he's not going to be building this. He's stuck on 70% at the moment. So if Nunya flood into last hit, they have a slight advantage.
Lucas played it so well, getting actually 2 pipes there, direct pipes on the mid fight and the sticky follow-up. As Connor is into last, like you said, he knows he has the advantage. If Uber is gonna pep up really late, but Honey did a great job building his. There's still 1 down for the Germans.
Oh my god, Fleur getting picked off. Stefan gets onto Nuthouse. Stefan gets onto Connor. Stefan gets Opti as well. Honey gets a pick onto Fleur. Oh my god, Stefan got Samsi as well. 4k for Stefan just seems to be turning up when needed. Look at the cap time as well. Literally, they had no choice but to get every single person while standing on the point. And they cleaned house. That was the prime opportunity there for Nunya. But yeah, they had that advantage, but it turned into a very slim one, and they got so overzealous by thinking they had massive ad, and they just committed way too many players into that Uber, and so they all took so much damage, like, post-Uber.
Stefan is surely looking like the Shocky of all times when he was with Epsilon Esports and totally wrecked house in Europe and also at Insomnia 49. Really like to see that man show up here in that season. Maybe he is cleaning up once again, but now we have the Germans trying to push into yard here with the big Uber advantage. Warrior is going for a huge bomb. He's not gonna get out. Cannot get caught out. Opti is paying with his life for an attempt on Honey, but he wasn't even in there, so this second cap might get down for free.
You know what's crazy as well? Stefan's playing Flank Scout. He's not even playing Pocket Scout, and he's doing this much damage. It's just insane. We're going to see a trade here, and the Major's actually going to go down. Fleur's going to go down very weak. As we see War actually going getting picked off by a nice aggression there from Samsi, and Unable's going very weak as well. This is a really good repush here from Nunya. Unable should go down here, and he does. And it's just going to be 3 players running with their tail between their legs as they back off from mid, and that's just they just switched sides basically, and now mid control is going to be in Nunya's again.
It's just gonna get scrappier and scrappier by the minute. I feel like. I mean, I'm not sure if I agree with that push there. And Nunya has a nice advantage here player-wise, but they're actually really slow here. They get caught out in the corner and get caught out in the corner.
Honey goes down, but War gets
so
3.
much damage by War here.
Lucas is going to pick off War as a sentimental pick. And actually, Josh is really weak. Oh my god, Lucas just bombs in. He does so much damage to himself, and he's going to get skill stick. The Major deals his damage and sees his prey off. Opti is also going to go down at the end there. War just completely locked down that choke. He ignored the soldiers that bombed onto him. And although Honey did go down, War picked off 3. And by that time, even though Lucas picked him off, it was too late. And the fight's going on again. They're pushing into mid, and Abel's going down, and Stefan's gone down as well. There's just no respect from either team. They just ran in without heals there. Condog was still waiting for Lucas to spawn. And that is going to be the mid fight, but we do see Honey's actually on crits now, so he is going to be building a slight advantage at the moment. It's already got up to 30% advantage, so look for this aggression from this crits, and actually both scouts get forward spawn as well, so this is really important here.
I think that crit streak already failed though, because I think he thought they're gonna have control of mid, and now Nunya is playing that yard here. Fishcup's gonna get taken out. Fluo falls. Warrior, but so much damage onto Connor. He goes down.
Honey's gonna go down here.
Chased here. Nuthouse gets him. It's 20 seconds. Is this the throw of the lifetime?
Oh my god.
It's surely gonna go down in the favor. It's only one that
comes. Oh my god! He clutches! Oh my god! How? Again and again, Stefan, he gets a 4k to stop. He cleans everyone on the point. He has just taken this map to a golden cap. Oh my god.
Jesus.
I'm speechless. I'm sorry for screaming, but that was crazy.
That's fine, dude. That's fine. That was a heck of a play by Stefan, and everybody just giving him props in chat, actually saying he's back and please raise your skill. Oh my god! Like everybody just knows. Everybody who was on that server knows that was a huge play by Stefan there, game winning or game saving rather, as he saved the golden cap here for the Germans. It's 2-2 after 30 minutes, so we are gonna play at least. Oh, we're gonna play exactly one more round of Granary.
Oh my god.
Can't calm down yet.
No, that was just, I can't believe that. Let's take a look at some logs. I mean, obviously, we know who's gonna perform well in this map. But let's take a look at some other players in this game. We do see Stefan topping the scoreboard kill-wise, 24-11, 2.2 KD. Actually, he was playing Pocket Scout that game, so surprisingly, kind of switched up. Maybe they've switched up for the map, or maybe it's just because Stefan was staying alive more and enabled with sniping, so maybe that's why. But we also see a strong performance from Samsi and Nathouse as well, both having, like good games, both of them. I think most notably, you've got to point out Opti 9-21 and Fluo 13-19. So both soldiers on Nunya like not having a great performance, and I think that was probably what was most key on the mid fights and like just the transitional plays as well. But yeah, obviously Stefan just saving it so much there with some great plays on last and on second there at the end there. As predictions, who's going to win this? Who's going to win this golden cap?
I don't know, man. At this point, it's anybody's game. There's no telling, because both teams just charge forward. There's so much scrappy fights going on, and I think right now Nunya might have the edge in terms of the momentum, because the Germans should have lost that map. It was only down to like an individual play of Shocky, so. I'm gonna go against my heart and my mind, and I'm gonna say that Nunya is gonna take this gold cap. They deserved it. I think they deserve it.
I mean, do you not think that would have just tilted them off the face of the planet? I mean, you could see from Lukasz's response that he just typed, "Oh my god," in chat, and he was already walking to last because he assumed his team could, pick off the last scout.
Dude, I think they just all creamed their pants there. I think they recognized it was just like. Well played by Stefan. So as we go in, excuse my language there, but as we go live here on our Golden Cap, in this last week 1 match of season 31, powered by Copenhagen Games and STN.TF, whoever wins this round wins this map. If the Germans win, they go up and 5-1 this, and if Nunya wins, they lose the match, but they snag 2 points off the Germans. Samski, what do you see on this mid fight?
War has already put so much damage into Lukasz. Lukasz falling so weak. The soldiers are going to be really aggressive onto Fishkov. Lukasz going down by Fishkov, and everyone's just going down. It's 3 players already down from both teams, and now it's just both the scouts for both teams and their medics fighting. Who's going to win this? We do see the blue team being aggressive right now. And are they going to give up the cap? No, here they come in. They're focusing the scouts. Oh my god, this focus fire right now from the Germans is crazy. They're going to pick off both the scouts. It's just Kondog left. Oh my god, that was crazy focus fire.
I did not want to interrupt you there, but when you said who's going to win this, I was going to say I have my money on the team with Shocky, because he's just bonkers right now, and they're just up to charge. This was a straight up DM fight. 2 scouts and a medic versus 2 scouts and a medic, and it wasn't even close. So the mid fight goes down for the Germans here, and actually Connor falls as well right at the end there. A huge advantage, and they're gonna try to carry that into last year, and it doesn't seem like Nunya is trying to defend second at all.
No, which I kind of disagree with. The fact that they're not even thing it, and actually most notably Kondog is on crit streak. So this is an all or nothing play essentially. They're just hoping that they can survive enough, and he is going to get the crits up, but obviously if he gets focused down whatsoever with the Uber, he's just going to be completely wasted. And this is when the Uber actually comes in straight away. Unable's going to get picked off, and when does Kondog use this crit? The soldier's going to bomb in now, and this would be the prime opportunity now to use the crit. War's going to go down. Actually, he's not using it at all. Opti is going to go down as well to the flank, but it's just Opti as the only pick at the moment. War and Unable both down, and Josh gets picked off as well. Is there any players looking to back up? It doesn't look like it at the moment. So it's just going to be that Kritzkrieg advantage for Kondog. Both the scouts are spawned with the medic, and War is actually going to get forwards as well. But they don't know that they're on Kritzkrieg. So they're going to fear that this is 100% Ubrad.
Exactly. Maybe they aren't even aware that this is crit streak, so they're not even in mid right now. So this mid point could go in for free. Yeah, they're trying to get in here slowly but surely. But Honey is gonna have 100% Uber once Connor decides to pop this crit sticky off. So they're gonna have to try to catch them off guard, and I think they know that because they're going for the last right now. This crits.
They haven't heard it. They haven't heard it. Oh my god, massive fight there onto the Major, but Lucas is going to go down and the Major's going to survive. Opti gets picked off. The Uber comes out from the German team and War's just bombed behind. He's going to be challenged by Samsi there, getting a lot of damage. He gets a nice pipe there. Fluo getting picked off as well, and yeah, that Crits Creek was a bit
honestly,
cringy, to be honest.
Watching the replay though, they were in such a good position. I don't know how anyone didn't die there. Like, they surely should have been people going down there. But they have a sniper in forward spawn, but actually the Ebex one right now. Trying to get a shot here onto Honey, a miracle one. So yeah, Germans take control of that second point here. Crispy did not quite work out. I like the idea, but you know, like I said, it's a high risk, high reward play. And as I say that though, there's Samsi on the second point, but he wisely backs off.
Yeah, and we're going to see this Crits Creek defensively again, but this time they know about it. And yeah, I mean, I feel for Lukas a bit, because that first crit sticky was like where medics would usually hold, but they were all
exactly.
They were all round the corner, so you know that first crit sticky missed, and then as soon as they know that they've used crits, they don't even need to use the Uber there until like they're in, you know, prominent danger. So we're going to see Honey walking up top here with his demo man, and I think that this is just, you know, all but gonna be over. I don't really see this Crits Creek being able to protect it. There is a level 2 gun by the tyres right now, but I don't know, it's going to be difficult to be able to hold this.
There's a level 2 gun and there is a heavy, so I'm not sure how you get to the medic here. By the way, bro, here goes with a big bomb here, trying to sync with Fish Cup, but no damage whatsoever on any blue players. And now maybe this is a bait. Like, remember, Epsilon of the old times used to do this. They used to second 2 players, trying to bait the opposition onto their second point, and then with the respawns, you know, just trading Ubers onto second, and with the respawns collapse on the enemy team, but Nunya not falling for it. I'm not sure if they call this strategy out, if it just didn't see, you know, the opportunity go onto something, but we do have a cookie cutter lineup here for the Germans, so I'm not sure how they're gonna approach this.
Yeah, we see Condog actually. And, like, I don't agree with this building from Nuthouse, because it kind of gives off the point, and exactly, that's what's happened. Like, they switched to Uber, they shouldn't have just built that, they should have just stalemated. The Uber's going to come out here, Stefan's going to play the point, the Sentry's going to do well to deny, and the Uber does eventually come out. Like, I agree with that play there from Condog, to switch to Uber there and use that stalemate time. But he shouldn't have been building it, because it was so obvious that they had built Uber. So the Uber does come in, eventually it doesn't work out, and Stefan's going to pick off War has gone down, Fishkoff, oh my god, it's a collapse, and it's just Honey left. He's going to do well to survive, nice pipe there from Lukash, and Honey is surviving on 12 HP. He's going to get bombed here, and Honey's actually surviving. Oh my god, oh no, the last pipe hits Honey, and Opti picks off Warhead, who was trying to get there for Honey as well. Oh my god, I thought that was such good dodging from Honey. He was going to survive there, but he goes down to the last pipe.
You know, it looks like skill, but Lucas admits in chat he didn't even aim at him, so I guess that's just your life as a demo man. Sometimes you kill people you don't even see. Yeah, I know it says demo in a nutshell as well, so yeah, I guess that happens sometimes in TF2, you know, with the splash damage and all the crazy stuff that's happening. And now
the roles are reversed now, so Honey is now on the defensive crits, and Corndog has 100% Uber now. So let's see if they can do it better. Both teams have had an opportunity with crits in this map, and both teams really haven't done much with it. So let's see if anything can be done now. They're playing so passive though, and we do see a bomb in now. Honey's actually going to get completely destroyed, and he's going to be stuck out here.
Yeah, he's going to die.
He's going to go down there, and that was a really good Uber there. Managed to catch them out. There's a lot of picks going back and forth there. War picks off Opti, but War's in a really bad position here. He's not going to have any heals. Fishkoff's going to try and bomb behind. He's going to try and focus down Nuthouse, but he's not getting much done here. He should get fixed off. And Samsi will get picked off by War, but there's going to be a lot of aggression here. Unable's going to get picked off as well, and Nuthouse cleans house. And no pun intended there. And now Condog has a massive ad for Lost.
They do have a massive ad. They could maybe go onto this right now, or could have gone rather, but they decide to play it safe. You definitely don't want to waste this opportunity. You know you have 50% advantage at least, and let's see if they are gonna be more successful. What a golden cap round here, Samski, going back and forth onto each other's last, and now we're gonna hit 100% for Condog and Nunya.
Yeah, the Uber's going to come up from top. Fishkoff's going to try and deny that panic room, but it looks like the soldiers are going to trade. The sentry still hasn't gone down yet. It's doing a lot of damage, but it's going to go down now. The heavy comes out from Samsi, actually, the offensive heavy. And now they just need to focus down. Lucas is going to go down very weak. Stefan, is he going to go a lot of plays? Stefan's getting loads of picks. Oh, he's got 2 picks. And the house clean's enabled, and that is the game. Golden Cap goes to Nunya. So the final score of this official is going to be 4-2 to the German team. And
it was almost so close to another play from Stefan. I was gonna say, like, he was like 1v3 and then he killed one guy, another guy was really, I was like, is he gonna do it? But no, not this time, guys. But yeah, like you said, it's 4-2 in favor of wer das liest ist doof. So they do draw revenge from their preseason Premiership playoff game that they lost to Nunya, and they win their first official here.
And I think if you're Nunya, like after that, a bit of a choke, but then a bit of a massive play there from Stefan, you'll be happy with those 2 points. Like the fact that you could capitalize on the fact that you could have gone away with just 1. So they got 2 points. That's better than it's not great because it's not 3 when they could have got it, but at the same time it's not 1. So they've got 2 points from this official. And yeah, I mean, I can immediately tell you who's going to have done well in that Golden Cap, because to me, it was just Lukasz and Nuthouse just farming on that last Golden Cap. As we can take a look at the Golden Cap logs, I guess, in comparison to the main game, we see Nuthouse 9-2. And Lukasz as well, 8-4, so a lot of damage. In comparison to Stefan, he went 5-2, obviously, still really good, and Unabled also did really well. But you see the Major and War, they 1-5 and 2-7, and I think that was just the main difference there. You saw that Josh and War in that Golden Cap didn't have as much impact as they did in the main game. As we are joined by some of the team players, we are joined by War, and we are joined by Connor from Nunya.
We were having a hold on. They heard you building even though you had crits,
right?
So they thought, Honey and Josh thought that you swapped off. Whereas I thought I was they're either 1 building for logs or 2 they're faking it. I knew.
No, you did
that's
switch
why
to
win.
Yeah, but only after they sacked. That's why, because they sacked into us.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. I meant when they.
Oh wait, no. Do you mean with me and Fish?
You and Fish, you sacked.
Yeah. We sacked in there to get intel. That's why.
Yeah,
it was a recon. It was a reconnaissance mission. That was purely to get. We were the blackbird in the sky trying to.
Yeah, Samski actually called out that Nuthouse was building, and we figured it was a mistake because there was no way they could have known you switched unless you built.
Yeah, so it was kind of like a questionable play, but I guess you wanted to get it as quickly as possible. If you're not building, then you're going to get it a lot slower. So either way, it was kind of a risky play, but one that in the Golden Cap, it was so back and forth, so many plays. And let's just start off with process, I guess. War on process, you guys played quite passive compared to what I was expecting you guys to do. You guys kind of sent Fishkoff in at a high bomb, but other than that, you guys were kind of restrained. Is that something that you always do on process, or was that a anti-strat from when you guys played these guys in the preseason?
Do you mean on mids or in general?
Yeah, on mids.
Well, we knew how they were going to play because they have really good scouts, and they'll probably try and play around that. So we weren't going to bomb anybody in unless I did mad damage. And because Lucas plays a bit aggro, it was more of we'll just play it slowly. I'll do some dams when I hit the 6 stick. Then my team will plow over and frag him. The only time when Fish high bombed was when I told him not to do it, and he did it anyway. So it's more of we play it based on who we're up against instead of just doing it as a set mid.
Okay, cool. And did it help? I guess there's a question for both of you. Did it help on process, that you had played each other on the map, literally a week or 2 ago?
No. Because we were playing with Josh instead of Clip, it was very different to how we normally play it. And how... I mean, I guess there were a few occasions when we knew what they would do, but I'd be lying if we were like reading them like a book. The only thing that I could really sort of follow on was like how Lucas plays as Demo Man, and that's it.
Touching on the subject of mercs here with Josh Kondak, how do you think having Samski instead of Perskary affected you guys in this game?
I think, well, Perskary's been having internet issues recently, so we got in Samsi. I think it was a bit of an upgrade in the way that, he's just got so much experience and just his calls in general. Like, if, I'm sort of faltering or someone else doesn't, like, say anything, he's one of the sort of people that's just going to pipe up and be like, okay, this is what we're doing. And, it was a good influence to sort of have him in the team, but unfortunately it wasn't enough.
Moving on to Granary, I guess. It seemed that both of your teams had like literally no respect for one another, and you were constantly just pushing especially onto the mid when you were contesting mid from second. Both teams were just always constantly trying to fight onto mid. Was that a sort of a game plan, or was that just no respect, or did it just dissolve into chaos where you guys just felt like you were always trying to fight for that midpoint?
I think that's just sort of our game plan in general, When I sort of created this team, it was like, get as much DM as I can into the team as possible. And, we tried to get the Ubers out of the way and then just take a scrappy DM fight and see what happens, really. There's never too much strategy poured into any of this, so scrappy DM fights, that's all it really is.
What I want to know is, what we touched upon in the cast is, like, after Stefan saved the map on that last push from you guys. God. I mean, that was nutty. I think Samski literally peed his pants or something. I don't know. Like, he was screaming like a little girl. Because we were trying to figure out, does that tilt you guys, or were you like, well, if it hadn't been for exactly him, we would have won that map. Like, what was your mindset going into the last golden cap?
Yeah, I think we were a little bit tilted, but we'd already lost the first map when we sort of went in expecting, maybe not expecting, but hoping for like a 6 points. So I think by that point, we were maybe already on the tilt, but we weren't like full on tilting. It was just, just a bit quiet in the mumble, really. And, it happens, and then we were happy when we won the golden cap, so it's not too bad.
Speaking of quiet in the mumble, War, I watched your warm-up scrim on Granary against Swift, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, I didn't know who was that like British main caller of yours, because I expected there to be a German accent. So, with a merc like Josh, did he actually main call you guys, or how did you manage to do it? Because I felt like he called quite a lot.
We kind of like call in between me and him, but I feel like that might have been one of the problems with why we lost Granary, to be honest, because when we have two different approaches to playing. So there's sometimes when he will take over the calls and have some like really good pushes, and there'll be times when I will be playing off the calls based off my damage. So it was kind of half and half. But it's one of the problems that we have in the team recently is that we me and the A pocket, because we've swapped our combo, because it was clip pocketing, now it's fish pocketing, but because clip hurt his hand and decided he can't play, it's Josh pocketing, and now it turns out we have to find another pocket because clip isn't going to be playing the rest of the season because he has a new job.
What?
Oh wow.
So if I'm honest, everything was very, very messy, so the calls were just like pretty bad. On Granary we completely threw it because we got too confident. We were just pissing about most of the time on our last for a good part of it. So yeah, that was kind of like a problem. The calls between me and Josh, they weren't really conflicting, but I guess we were kind of like, maybe everybody else was like, well, who should I listen to, kind of thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Also, something I noticed, I don't know if it's in my imagination, but there was like a couple of times on both maps where you were like in a choke point trying to get damage out, and you and Samsi were just staring each other down and kind of like daring each other. Right? Sometimes you would get him with 2 pipes. Sometimes you
Man,
would like pick you up.
I
I was like,
absolutely
is that
I
like an
nailed
inside
him.
joke or something?
No, I just nailed him every time. Every time he came close to me, I just 2-piped him.
That's
and
not
I was
even
just
true though.
It is. I fragged him so hard. Like I was looking at my chat afterwards. Everybody in chat was there. They were all like, "Oh man, Sam's getting nailed," and he was. He was just getting. It's a parting. It's a Brexit parting gift that was for him. It was
Wow,
like
shots
get
are
get out of my EU zone. I mean my British Isles. But no, it wasn't on purpose. But yeah, he was probably looking at me in fear. I could see it in his eyes. He was begging me not to hit him with my massive pipes, but I did anyway.
But I think war is warming up here, Samski. I think it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah, I think so too. I think we should go for shoutouts. So we'll start at the top of the list. Connor, any shoutouts?
Just my team and the rest of the Nunya Circle Jerk and Spo.
War?
I've got no one to shout out. Follow me on Twitter and shout out to TFTV and everyone that's organising all this stuff.
Stinson, do you have any shoutouts?
Yeah, shout out to our sponsors, Copenhagen Games and STN.tf. Shout out to the teams and shout outs to Connor and War joining us for these interviews. And shout outs for Jam for putting me into cuts. It was good fun.
Yep. So let's wrap that up. That was the last of the Week 1 officials for ETF2L Season 31, sponsored by Copenhagen Games and SDN Trading. We saw the German team of Das Liest ist doof take 4 points against Ninjas 2. Sorry, my pronunciation is awful. And we'll see you guys later this week for the rest of the Week 2 games.